Hey, welcome back, amazing and beautiful people, on We Need Change. Hey, get seriously here. We built a coil using this rigging, one at the bottom of that, and this one here. I just had a pulley, regular pulley deal, bolted that to the end, had another hole there. That thing went on there like so. Dropped a bolt through here and through the table. So that secured that to the table, and then I was able to had that long piece of 1/4 inch tubing out that way, and I basically jammed that thing just held it kind of firm or whatever, and then I was able to actually physically pull on that piece of pipe and shove it around that thing, like through that pulley over there, through that pulley, and then around this lip, and I was able to form a fairly decent coil out of it. It ain't perfect, but it's close enough. I hand manipulated a little bit afterwards to get that. And welcome back, gentlemen, to the shop. Hope your dog fuggery and your fug buggery is all good. Hey, and we're here We Need Change. Yeah, we're totally demonetized, and yeah, like, man, go on our website there, and you can yeah, buy my shit, man. Buy my shit, buy my hats, buy my t-shirts, buy my coffee mugs. Yeah, man, we got shit, so buy our shit. Yeah, that's how that goes. Anyways, trying to throw some humor in there. Okay, so this thing is gonna sit in here. I still gotta mess with that long end, but quite yes, something like that. Hey, what do you think? I gotta enlarge that a little bit yet, so that it'll sit nicely in these those little supports that I made on the side there. I'll enlarge that just a little bit, tweak it a little bit more. And then, yeah, I got to put some bulkhead fittings through the sides of this tank. Still got to do that, so that's what I was going to work on that thing today, get that part done. And then that lower unit is almost complete, other than I have to still seal the auger onto that cap, which I'll work on as well. Looks like a nice day here underneath the big blue tarp. So anyways, I'll you know, oh yeah, and then I whirl on this patched up these holes that were on the side here. So now this whole unit, bottom unit or hearth unit or whatever you want to call it, this thing should be airtight now. And if we look down here, do we see any light other than the end? I don't know. I don't think so. Well, it might be she might be good to go. I still have to seal these around here, around those pieces of pipe. I'll just use some of that red high temperature silicone seal for that. And I still have to I gotta work on this, the bottom unit thingy-mabobber here on the thingamabobber, and I'm still debating about how I'm going to do this yet. I'm not sure if this is even going to be the one. I'm thinking it's probably going to be going in there in this fashion, like so. So then I can dump it, or I can rattle it. And there's but my only concern is the distance between the top of that when it's in there and the distance of the bottom of that. Their cone, the hearth itself, the distance of those two, what the distance will be, because you do need charcoal between the active fire region and where the gas exit, so that the gas has to go through that hearth, that high temperature zone, and then through that charcoal. And I don't know for positive, but I think my hearth ends about right here. I gotta put that piece in there and take a look. That'll give me a couple of inches, quite a bit of surface area, a couple of inches and quite a bit of surface area on there for charcoal. Okay, I will get back to you when I get something else I can gawk at you. So remember, yeah, go there, buy my shit, and yeah, we've been demoralized and demonetized and deregularized, and but yeah, all kidding aside, we are changed. That kind of a channel does us a lot of help, you know. Definitely go check those guys out. Okay, I'll talk to you then. Bye. Hey, welcome to the shop, gentlemen. Hey, got a bunch of bumfuckery done deal for you here. Yeah, we got that coilinator installed here now. It don't look pretty, but it should be functional. I had to keep this top one in particular, a little lower, because that other collar sits in here. So I have to make sure that cleared it. Put some red high temperature silicone, good to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm thinking that outside of that shouldn't get any hotter than that, I don't think. Who fucking knows? I don't know. I see Canadian Tires have got one of those digital temperature gauges on sale for 30 bucks. I'm gonna have to run down there, I guess, and go and get one of them. So now my next deal, I gotta build this thing and seal that deal, and then that's that. Inside there is where the auger empties those hashes. So I don't know. Hopefully this is gonna work. I don't know. And around there that's where the gasoline, the flammable, that's where that comes out, you know. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, I'll get back to you when I get this auger thing here over here. That'll be my next project here. And this guy's, yeah. Take these guys. And yep. We'll put this guy on. Oh, hey! This guy goes in there. I like a so. down there. Augering, augering. This thing gets hard to turn. Okay? Because these things, as the ashes build up in here, as it gets harder and harder and harder to turn, then I'll know that this ash container here is almost full. I'll be able to take this guy, because this guy goes on there. Like, you gotta appreciate those guys that do this stuff with the one hand thing. I never realized, yeah, how much you rely on your other hand. Yeah, who knew, eh? Two hands are better than one. Go figure. So yeah, this guy goes onto there then. And anyways, you get the idea, right? That thing goes on there and seals up that hole there. And I think I'll get enough of a airtight seal. I won't have to seal that with, say, per se, silicone. But then this lid, this guy, she goes on there, and I gotta. Whoa, hey, she's getting top heavy now with all this extra paraphernalia. That lid there, yeah, I gotta weld a nipple onto there, and then yeah, I gotta be able to seal that thing on that rod. I'll get back to you when I get that done. Alright, have a good one. Under the big gray tarp here again. Here's my next project. While I'm working on that one down there still, I've got that piece of nipple inserted into that cap. I have to weld around it. However, I didn't want to bring out the welder just for that little job. I got to work on this one too. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see in there, but you see that gap? Oh, yes, see that gap in there? Well, that gap, well, you can see it better if I take that other piece of pipe out of there. But you can see I've got those, the air nozzles installed, but there's a gap around this here, and that's expensive piece of fitting. So I got to build a piece of plate that'll have a hole in it for this, but it'll sit up higher. I don't know how I'm going to do this yet so that it'll seal this. It's my next project, but I'll get back to you when I think this thing through and start on it. Okay, for now. Good morning, observers. Try to do a Ben Davis one, but anyways, okay, here where we are at. I was working on this thing yesterday. I've got that thing sitting in there. You can see the nozzles. It's not perfect the way it's sitting in there right now, but I was trying to get some better seal around that big stainless steel one and around the bottom of this curve up here. So that's why there's that other ring on there. That other ring, yeah. Gotta get the garage bench. Put the garage bench down. So this other ring was more pipes. Hang on here. Can't think without the smoke going. Maybe I can't think at all. So, that was just the bottom of that tank. Right? One of them tank deals. That fits on there like so. I'll have to straighten this edge here a little bit. It's a little bit crumpled. And then I'll weld up these little holes on there. Weld up those holes. And I got a little bit of welding to do on the inside. Right there. That goes right through. So I'm going to weld up this area and then I'll grind it nice and make a real nice seal on here. Okay, so when that's upside down, and I'll get a good seal, and then I'm going to have to weld up along there, but I think what I might do is take a piece of plate and run it around there to make this more of a wedge, and fill up that area in there between there and down in there, so I get I don't have to put as much of that cement stuff in there to seal that, because what I want this to free float in this, and that's why there'll be nothing that'll seal that actually to this. This will be sealed to that, but then this will just I'll make it a good nice looking seal there, that it'll seal there, and it'll seal on the inside one as well. So there should be very little air movement through that, I'm hoping. Because I want this thing to be able to free float in there, to grow bigger and smaller, so that it doesn't wreck things. Because when that expansion's going to happen and contraction, it has a tendency to tear shit apart. Anyways, yeah, this thing's pretty much ready there. I got to do a little bit of welding down there, which I forgot to do the other day. And I got some monkey business still there to fix that auger, get that ready. And once that piece is ready and this is ready, then I can drop that section over there in between. Down there. I can drop that section onto there. Drop this section in through there onto there. Oh no, I still got to build this thing, the mechanism that'll trip this the grate. So it's coming together. I'm getting more excited, getting closer and closer to a test drive. We'll see how it goes. I hope it works out. Anyways, till next one, have a good one. Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. Here we are. Nice blue sunshiny day under the big blue sky. I don't know what the temperature is right now. If you can read that, looks like just above 0. Anyways, that was good. Camera went all crazy on me. Canceled the movie. And I've got a smaller screen here now on that thing. I don't know what's going on here. Hang on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, here's the predicament. I have to have a rod to activate this. Right? I put this side, this other side bearing thing over in here. Wait till I focus this fucking thing. Sorry for the French. And this little bushing, there was going to be a rod that would be inserted into that, and then it would go on the outside of this tank down here, right? Through that hole right there on the back side of that thing. Alright, and I guesstimated that's where that hole would have to end up be going through. So now when I, these were the old set of holes for the old cooling line, that one over there that got runkled. That got wrecked. But anyways, so I tried to start making a bulkhead fitting and sealing it for a 5/16 rod to go through there. The problem with this is because this is down by the hearth, that thing there, there's going to be lots of heat, and the gas as well. The gas is, you know, the estimate is at the 800 degrees Fahrenheit, or is it Celsius? I'm not sure again. But anyways, because of the high temperatures, I'm going to have a hard time sealing that, and I don't want. So what I'm thinking about doing here is, instead of trying to go through that side of that and then have that come out the side of that blue barrel there, that rod, which would be nice if I could get it to do it, but I'm a bit worried about a lot of things. But so here's what I'm thinking now is what I'm going to do. So I have room between, oh, fucking focus this again here, I'm sorry. So I got room in between this surface and the inner surface of that inside tank. Okay, if you look from this side, you get what I'm talking about. I've got an inch and a bit in as far as width goes in there. So I'm thinking I'm going to run a rod, okay, inside this tank, right beside the, like the outside of this one here, but in there, of course. And that rod will come through down here and then connect to this thing, so that when the rod is pulled, it'll pull that open, eh? Probably weren't in none of that shot, were you? Okay, so my idea again here, sorry about the camera work, I keep forgetting I'm trying to film. I don't know why in the fuck I'm doing this anyways, but just trying to get somebody to help me out here, even give me some ideas. But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to run this rod through here, connected to this. See, the problem I got with this thing is I have to drop that thing inside of there, right? And when I drop that thing inside of there, now this thing is totally blind. I have no way of fucking hooking it up. I can't see it, eh? Other than through that tiny fucking little hole there. Well, you can't see nothing when you got the rod in place to try and hook that up, right? However, I could, if this rod is coming through this thing, when this thing goes and drops in there, this thing naturally wants to open, right? So when that Now the camera stopped again. I don't know what's with this fucking camera. Anyways, when that thing is dropped, this whole unit is dropped inside of that thing, this thing's going to want to drop open unless I have a spring on it. So when that drops open like that, that actually doesn't matter, and I could have a rod coming through here and through one of these holes or whatever through here to connect to this, so that I could drop that in there, and then that rod would be already connected and sticking out. But the problem being is I gotta remember is I'm dealing with that coil in there as well, if you get my drift. Anyways, I will get back to you guys when I got this thing fingered out. I'll show you what I'm talking about here when I do it. I think this is my better plan, because then I can, that rod will go up, right up through to the top up there, and that'll exit the unit at the top up there. Now whatever leakage I get, a little bit of leakage that I get, there's going to be far less heat for one thing. That's what I'm going to be dealing with. Way less heat on that seal, which is a good thing. And any leakage that I do get, it doesn't matter. This is a downdraft gasifier, so it'll come down in through the hearth, that little tiny extra bit of fresh air. It's not going to mean fuck all, that little bit of oxygen. The only thing it's going to do is help to dry the wood. I mean, there's going to be minimal amount of air leakage up there because I'm not dealing with the heat. Down here there's an incredible amount of heat, and because of that I'm worried about this fucking, like even those bulkhead fittings here, these are stainless steel, meant for this fucking application. However, there's a nylon or some kind of glass or something, nylon glass or whatever it is, seal in those things. Okay, I'll see if I can get you that white ring in there. You can see it there. That's some kind of, hopefully it can take the heat. I'm already worried about that, because if those seals, like that's a good bulkhead footing, and if that silicone won't handle it, or that insert won't handle it, there's a possibility of gas coming out of that. Well, the gas that exits that will be inside that barrel there. And the problem with that being is that this gas has carbon monoxide in it, and that would be exiting into the sauna. Well, I don't want that, so if I put it through the top of that unit, all the way through the top up there, through the lid, okay, all the way through the top into that lid right there, that lid will be on the top of that, exposed to the environment. So it won't matter if that thing leaks a little puff or something, it's going to the atmosphere. It's not going inside the sauna. These guys catch my drift. Safety first, right? Okay, anyways, I'm going to cut this off now and try to get some work done. You guys have a beautiful day. It's a sunny day here in BC today. I'm already feeling better about things. Thanks for tuning in. I'll get back to you later. Bye.